No angel eyes. You've got your wings, I know your spirit flies. My heart's wide open and there's no disguise. I love my sweet little angel eyes. Got me dreaming of the days to come. My heart is beating like a big bass drum. You got me singing, open up the skies. You're my sweet little angel eyes. Oh, I can move on mountains with my own two hands. Cut through the rhythm like a true jazz man. I would swim that ocean to see your face. You fill my soul with amazing grace.
Dum baba doo 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 dum baba dum baba doo 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 doo
Love my sweet little angel eyes. You got your wings, I know your spirit flies. My heart's wide open and there's no disguise. I love my sweet
What's going on, everybody? No, I wasn't doing the tap dancing, but I was absolutely dancing. I'm here now. He's here now. What's going on, everybody? Back over on the super secret channel, the super secret lab clips channel. You know, do da-do. I love my sweet little angel eyes. I like that song. I think it was can't remember what movie it was from, but Mrs. Huxtable was in it, and the little kid from The Sandlot, and Rudy. Guess they did a lot of work together back in the day. Jody, M, Adina, Celeste, Allie C, Celeste, Rhonda. What's going on, guys? How are you? Good to see you. Show number 2 over here on the backup super secret. Don't tell nobody. Don't show nobody. Fight Club. Whatever happens at Fight Club stays at Fight Club. First rule about Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club. First rule. I used to listen to this radio station all the time that would do this. So it was like Friday night, Saturday, like they called it like it was like the bridge show or whatever, and they'd always do the Deca Yeah. I'm sure you've never heard of the Deca Yeah, but it was like to get everybody pumped up for the weekend, Friday into Saturday, and you know. And if that doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know anything that won't, or that will get you pumped up. You can't get more pumped up than the Deca Yeah. There's nothing like it in all the universe. Angel, what's going on? How are you? Linda, seasons change. Good to see you. Shammy Cakes, good to see you as well. I went to the Tampa Lightning last night. Hockey is the best vibe. I've heard that hockey, like the watching hockey live, is where it's at. Fortunately, I hate hockey. I hate let's see, ice. Not a fan. Ice skates. Been ice skating before. Not for me. I've been skiing, snowboarding. Also, Not for me. The ski lodge was for me. Loved it. Loved the lodge. It was warm, and you got to wear big puffy clothes and drink hot chocolate because it was freezing outside. I may have faked an ankle injury to spend more time there. You know, that was me. Loving, absolutely McLovin the ski lodge. Love it. Love it. A lot of the last couple days. Hopefully, YouTube calms down a little bit. Hopefully, it's just been out of control. And then you hear, it's just out of control. I've never heard some people say the foulest things about other people. I never, but that's kind of what the internet kind of lends itself towards and kind of always has. I remember one time I was playing a video game with it was called PUBG Mobile. You play it on your phone, and unfortunately, if you have teammates, you can hear them, which sucks. And because usually it's random unless you're like playing with your friends or whatever. So then they would just match you up with some psychotic sicko from around the world. And I remember one time I got into it with, I don't know if I got into it with somebody, but I don't know if it was me or my friend or whoever it was, but I was telling him something, and all of a sudden I could just hear this guy go, never heard, I didn't know who it was, or never heard from him, never will again, I'm sure. But I wasn't talking to him. And then he says that, he goes in this voice, "That's what's wrong with this country." Huh? Oh, what? I don't even remember what I said. That's what's wrong with this country. I go, oh my God. And I said, I was like, I had to poke the bear, and I said, what's wrong with this? What did I do? That's what's wrong with this. I fought for this country. And I was like, oh God, here we go. Oh, here we go, brother. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I didn't do anything, That's what's wrong with this country. This isn't the country I fought for. The people to say things like that. And I was like, oh, no. God, make it stop. Just make it stop. So I said, hey, why don't you just why don't you just mute us? Because you can. You can just mute us. You don't have to listen to us. Why should I have to do that? It's a free, he hit me with it's a free country, which meant absolutely nothing to me when he said that. And he was having some like post-traumatic stress and or he was just angry and drunk or whatever you want to say. He was not a happy person. And then he said, I guarded nuclear facilities. And I said, God bless you for it. I doubt that you did. They probably stuck you in some like building where there was a bunch of Jeeps inside, gave you an empty gun and told you to just stand there until your 4 years were up. And let me just say, like, that was wrong. But it sent him into the stratosphere. He was very, very mad when I said that. Very mad. He was not happy at all. Yeah, so I felt bad. Oh, shoot. I felt bad about it, but not really. I know. So one of the funniest things about it is no, it wasn't Dawn. I don't think they would let Dawn. I don't think they would let Dawn in the military. But anyway, Peyton comes out and he walks by and he goes, I heard you arguing with an Army vet. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. That's not exactly what happened. Yeah, it's not exactly how it went down.
Hey now.
It didn't go down that way, did it? Hey, Dad, I heard you arguing with an Army vet. No. That's not exactly what happened. This was like last year. This was like last year. Don would have been dishonorably discharged. He would have been something. But anyway, it was like, man, he just hit me with it. Like, that's what's wrong with this country. And I was like, come on, dude, don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. And he did it. And it wasn't nice, so I hit him back. And then Peyton accuses me of being mean to an Army vet. Technically, he may have been right, but that's not the point. Technically, he was right. But to be fair, the guy started it. Yeah, we all like Peyton. He's great. K Candle in the house. What up? So, whatever. But man, I remember that like it was yesterday. And yes, I'm serious.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
So anyway, moving along step by step, day by day. Did Peyton get in trouble for your sound issues the other night? No, he didn't. Do you want him to? I'm sure I can make that happen. I don't think he cares that much. Like if he gets in trouble, he doesn't really care enough. Meaning like, even if I get mad or whatever, it doesn't really fix anything. So, no, he didn't. What about Lulu's wrench? Oh, hold on. It was even never. I gotta add you. That's just how it goes. Sorry. Leave Peyton alone. No. Never. I'll never leave him alone. You were not de-wrenched. You were never wrenched in the first place. My husband is 75. Oh, hold on. Let's see what Celeste has to say here. Love Celeste. My husband is 75, was a fighter pilot in Nam and did a career with the USSS. He plays games with everyone on sites, and no one has any idea what he did or how old he is. Well, here's the thing. I didn't care. Like, it wasn't like he started in on me. So I said, dude, come on. For real, brother. I thought this, land of the free and home of the brave. But he was mad at me. So, but yeah, Peyton liked to classify it like, Oh, hey, Dad. I heard you were fighting with a war veteran or whatever he said. By the way, watermelon is really cheap right now, it seems like. True crime. Utah? Doty? What up, Doty? Peyton is an angel. Leave him alone. Okay. Yeah. I'll leave him alone. Psych. No, he's a good kid. So, man, since we're on the other channel here, man, PG has doubled down on her nastiness, it seems like. I wasn't the target of her nastiness today. I'm sure I will be tomorrow for some reason, but good Lord. I'm just going to boycott her from now on. Like after tonight, I'm just whatever. I don't want to hear about her anymore because literally every time like words are spoken, I just think about that sound bite from what is that? Billy Madison when he gives that speech.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Right. Yeah, it's true. It's very, very true. Very, 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 very true.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, and then you hear like her, people want to talk about human trafficking. Now, let's check I'm going to show you something here. Not all fun and games over here on the Lab 2.0. I'm just kidding. It is actually, but let me see. I'll play this for you. You're my three little angel eyes. You got your wings and all your spirit. What do we got going on here? Actually, I don't even know if this will work because, like, for some reason, when I play stuff, you guys can't hear it through StreamYard because StreamYard sucks. And that's all I got to say about that. It sucks. It's really like, it's crap. But I'll give it a go. I think. Oh, maybe I won't. Yeah, maybe I won't. I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. Today is officially the 11th here and my dad's 80th birthday, so we'll be celebrating that later. And hopefully I sleep before then. I like it. Happy birthday. You know what, Cindy? If you don't have the fortitude, I'm just kidding. Good night. I know it's late. But guess what, Cindy? Here's the best part about this. Tomorrow, if you have time or, just need an ear, you can still listen to this show on the replay. We love the replay crew. That's the truth. There's a face from a different place that I haven't seen in quite some time. Good to see you.
Hey now.
You get the hey now. Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey. But the thing is that you're part of the crew, you know? And that's a big deal. Oops. Sometimes I hit the wrong ones. I just had a trip to the ER. It screwed up my plans to plant this weekend, but I weeded all last week by hand to get everything ready. Man, weeding is tough. Love you too, Cindy. Thank you so much. Hercules. To Carl. Who's Carl? Happy belated birthday, Lulu. For the main channel, I always catch the end of the stream and jump into replay. Yes. I love that. It's my favorite. Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact. Dude, by the way, like, did anybody hear that, like, the United States shot down another, like, balloon type object, this time, like, off the coast, the airspace? Apparently, letting one weather balloon travel all the way across the United States was all that we could take. I'm like, what the hell is that? These little weather balloons. I hope that you're I don't know what's going on. I have no clue. I didn't even think that those kind of balloons were still a good way of collecting data, because from what I understand, that the Chinese government has satellites higher up, like over our airspace. But I don't know. Yeah, well, so what I heard, this is what I heard, and I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. But from what I understand was that they were able to kind of like study it and get some information off of it, so on and so forth. And, you know, but I don't know. I don't really think, I don't really know. I don't think that that's a good way to gather like intel. I think it used to be a long time ago, but I don't think it is now. So that's why. But let's go, Brandon. They already they have satellites, so I don't understand that method either. But whatever. I just heard that they shot down another one. It's just like weird. It's good for the 1960s. Yeah, I'm not. I honestly, there are much better ways to try to collect data. Yeah, maybe they bought a fresh new fleet or something. Why are they collecting all this data on us, though? They have their nefarious reasons for it. Well, I mean, yeah, we're competing countries, but I don't know. Yeah, no, I mean, it's totally. I have no. I really don't know why. Um, eh, like I really don't want to get into the whole United States China relationship, but I will tell you this: it's about as codependent as you can get. I don't think either want a war. The United States is the only one that can produce the amount of stuff that China needs, and China is the only country that can produce enough stuff for the United States. So who knows? Who knows? You know, it's a sick world. A sick world. I don't think that they want necessarily war, but no one is going to be wiping. Nah, it's called mutual. What is it? Mutual destruction or something. It's like everybody knows that you don't want to do that. Because like any kind of world war is pretty much like the. Trust me, exactly right. Do you guys remember that face app? And then it was like it would turn your face old, so you take it, and it was I believe it was a Chinese app, and it was the thing for a while. It was like called the old app, and you would like scan your face on it, and then like the Pentagon came out and told all military, do not use it. Yeah, that's exactly right. It would be digital or economical. No doubt about it. But I'm not here to talk about World War III. I'm not here to talk about World War III or World War II or World War I. I'm here to talk about a far less serious phenomenon called the Prayer Gardens vortex. It's when you alienate every person that's around you. You say things that you don't mean, and mostly that you don't understand. You lash out at anybody that gives a harsh word towards you. Boom. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess who's knocking at your door?
You're my sweet little angel eyes. I love my sweet little angel eyes. You've got your wings, I know your spirit flies. My heart's wide open and there's no disguise. I love my sweet little angel eyes. Got me dreaming of the days to come. My heart is beating like a big bass drum. You got me singing. Open up the skies. You're my sweet little angel.
Come on, everybody, shake off that World War talk. We don't want that here. Yeah, let it go.
Oh, I can move on mountains with my own two hands. Cut through the rhythm like a true jazz band. I would swim that ocean to see your face. You fill my soul with amazing grace.
This will not be the last time this is played on this show.
Dum baba doo 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 dum baba doo doo.
No more talking about World War III or stupid air balloons.
Sweet little angel eyes. You got your wings, I know your spirit.
Hit it, boys.
My heart's wide open.
I know, it's so stupid. It's ridiculous. I had to shake it. I had to just get rid of that negativity. I had to let it go. And that's how you shake it off. That's how you let it go. I'm just saying that I've heard some of the craziest things that I've ever heard come out of. I think that they're real humans, but I can't be for certain. Possibly some sort of artificial intelligence that malfunctioned and was sold on the black market that just kind of says bad words. Like it was going to be a parrot, right? You know, like right, mother, right, something like that. It's like it's an artificial parrot. Right, mother effer, right, mother effer, right, right. Amy W918 in the house.
Hey now.
That's right.
Hey now.
Hey now. I think YouTube hires them to make people crazy. I don't know. Right, mother effer, right, right.
Hey now.
Yeah, I love that show too. It's hilarious. Yeah, you say that back and you listen, you go, oh my goodness. Holy love of all things that are holy. And I did a shock jock podcast and wow. It's like it's almost if it wasn't so like if the whole shtick wasn't so disingenuous, it would be kind of funny. If it wasn't such a whatever. It's just disingenuous. I'm old too, Grammy B. I'm very, very old too. Don't worry about it. Hello, the lab. Otis. I believe that she breathed in between puffs of cigarettes, but I'm not really that sure. I think, I don't know. But I always go back to this clip, like one sentence will go by and you'll be like, okay, like that wasn't the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. So I'm going to let it slide. And then all of a sudden, like the next sentence come out. So it's like every other sentence really. And I'm being like dead serious. I'm not embellishing. I'm not trying to be overly funny. It just comes natural.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I really want to know if she's engaged or not. Well, look, let's just put it this way. For whoever she's engaged to's sake, I hope not. But, you know, some people kind of like living in hell, I guess. Tonight on Prayer Gardens, we will use the F word 4,723 times. And that's a lot. Do we really care is the real question. I couldn't care any less. If she's engaged or not. You guys got to understand. It's going to take me a few days to shake off what she said. You got to understand. And eventually I'll move on and get back to talking about World War II and III. But you know, I got to be able to vent. Can't hold it in, you know. This is how I communicate, I think. I'm not really sure. Like, I'm not heavily spiritual, I guess. Like, I definitely believe in God and uh, good and evil and Satan and um, um, the Antichrist. I think. I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm agnostic, but like I don't know. I don't think I'm agnostic because I don't want to. I don't want to. It's like kind of a scary thought to think that that God's not out there watching over you. You would hope that it's not just you in the universe and just kind of floating there. But then, oh, I don't know, a warlock like Prayer Gardens comes along and I lose all faith. Is she really in her mid 30s? Yeah, her mid 130s. She's in her mid hundreds and 30s. That's for sure. I think so. Don't, Josh. What did I do? You guys are behind. So, like, I say something and then I don't know what, I can't remember what I said now. I just say stuff. Oh, no, I believe in God. I'm just kidding. I believe in God. I'm just saying. Yeah, I believe. Always. I mean, for sure I do. But the problem is, and I mean, we can break this down since we've already talked about the the two great wars and then the possible third world war and the Antichrist. We might as well talk about other sensitive subject matters. And by the way, nothing about this is funny. Human trafficking is a horrible, horrible situation. But the one thing that people need to realize is human trafficking isn't just simply like an abduction and then sold overseas. It's sure that happens, but it's rare. That's much more rare than people making others perform acts that are just against their will and vile with the threat of abuse or homelessness or food or you won't see your family again or whatever. There's a lot that goes into it. You don't need to be captured from a mall. You don't need to, you're beat into submission. Let's go, Brandon. Out.
Hey now.
You're beaten to submission. You're told you're worthless. You're told that that's the only way that you can make a living. So on and so forth. It's shameful. And for people to say things like, well, that's not what human trafficking is to me. Nobody asked you, nor does anybody care. I tell you what it is. There are many different kinds of human trafficking, all just as bad. all just as bad. I mean, it's all just terrible, obviously. But the one thing that you don't do is you don't ask somebody who claims to have been trafficked for proof. Doubting victims is a tough lesson, and it's a no-no. It's just a terrible thing to do. Very, very much so. A terrible thing to do. Specifically, if you say that you have a kind and caring heart. Now, I do want to say this, and and there are people that do say that, hey, Summer Wells, that's what our channel's about. Well, that would insinuate that all you do is talk about summer, and good Lord, not one channel that I've seen is 110% dedicated to Summer Wells. Now, that being said, the podcast that I am working on, 110 Ben Hill, is a podcast all about Summer Wells. That's what it will be. Okay. Ugh. Jeez. I know. It's just a bit of more of an undertaking than I thought, but um, it'll be worth it. But what I'm saying is, Summer Wells isn't the only missing child in the world, and while she is very important to all of us, um, there's a lot of other things in the world to discuss. And so if you are uninitiated, then, well, guess we can't really help you over here. And that's okay. But I'm just saying, like, this whole fake, that's what this channel is all about. This the only thing that we cover. It's the only thing that we talk about. Well, none of that's true because it's been shown that that's really not what anybody truly only does. I mean, and one of the big defenses, you always hear it. This isn't about summer. This isn't about summer. Sometimes people need to be called out for saying horrible things to survivors, victims. I went on that whole rant yesterday. I don't know if you heard it. It was a terrible rant. I don't know if it was terrible. It was actually a really good rant. Uh-oh. Here, let me play this for you. Blue tooth. All right, tell me if you can hear this.
Oh, yeah? You survived 9/11? Big deal. So did most people. Only 2,700 or whatever died. You think that you're in the majority or the minority? You're not a victim. I don't care how much dust you sucked into your lungs. I smoke way more.
Could you hear that? I don't know if you can. Not really sure. Well, that was me yesterday. So you could hear it. That was the question. All right. This was my little rant yesterday.
Oh, yeah? You survived 9/11?
Like, you're not allowed to be a victim.
Oh, yeah? You survived 9/11? Big deal. So did most people. Only 2,700 or whatever died. You think that you're in the majority or the minority? You're not a victim. I don't care how much dust you sucked into your lungs. I smoke way more. Yeah, man. I, I swear to God. I swear to God, I wasn't going to go on. I wasn't going to do this. But I did it. And I don't regret it. I should regret it, but I won't. Thank you, Shammy. How dare you pronounce those words well? Thank you. What's that? You were on the Hindenburg when it went down? You were probably the one that made it go down. You're not special. Auschwitz? I never heard of that place. I don't want to hear your story.
That's my favorite one. And that's kind of, I mean, I know it's an exaggeration, but it's kind of what it feels like, right? Sometimes I'm good at impressions, and sometimes I'm not. Um, I know, dude. It's crazy. This is crazy talk. All of it. It's all crazy talk. It's just not it's not normal. Yeah, I think I did Joe Pesci. I think I did Pesci yesterday.
What do you think you are, a tough guy?
Tap tap curly whirly cuckoo in the house. What's up?
Hey now.
I don't I don't know who Goat Boy is. Who's Goat Boy? Carl from Sling Blade. I don't even what who's Carl from Hold on. Carl from Sling Blade? Pleased to meet you. Uh, all right then. Mm, yeah, I could do that one. SNL guy that does Joe Pesci. Yeah, I've heard him. Sam Elliott. Golly, that's a tough one. I don't have a voice that deep. You going hunting? You going hunting? Tony Soprano. Let's see. I could do Tony Soprano, but most everything that he does is cuss, so I wouldn't be any good at that one. Like all of his great quotes that you'd have to mock, you know. Al Pacino, yeah, I can do Al Pacino. I usually do him in the scent of the scent of a woman. No collusion, no obstruction. Sometimes when you gotta sit around the house, I'm 104. I sit in my rocking chair while my dog bites me. And I've rode that train from Delaware to DC 150 times. And I go to the pool with the kids. And they go, you got hairy legs. And I love kids. And I love hairy legs. But Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran with some bad boys. And I remember I kicked Corn Pop off of that high bridge right there. I said, listen to me, you're going to get down. And he was waiting for me in the parking lot. Now, I don't know if you had seen me ride my bike and fall and I broke a hip. Tony Montana. Not really. I mean, kind of. I'm President-elect, Mr. Joe Biden. That's who I am. Do you guys remember when he called that guy fat? When he was like, are you really healthy enough to be the president? And he's all, listen here, fat. Listen here, fat. I remember that was hilarious. When I was a kid, you could take a girl to the movies and fill up a tank of gas for 25 cents. And now we don't even make 25 cents anymore. What good would that do you? I'm from Delaware. I'm from Delaware, and I got hairy legs, and Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran with some bad boys. And I kicked him off of there. I kicked him off that high dive right there. And back in the day, what you do is you take a switchblade and you put it in a bucket and let it get rusty. Make a real dangerous weapon out of it. But I had an old bike chain and Corn Pop. You know what Corn Pop had? Corn Pop had a blade, one of the rusty blade. He's got the rusty blade. And I had my chain. You got to understand that Corn Pop was and is and forever will be a bad dude. And no doubt he ran with some bad boys. And I'm asking the American people, you got to know that I'm from Delaware and that I've traveled on that train from Delaware to DC. So, Flo Mom, I'm just making fun of Joe Biden. I'm not actually from Delaware. How many times I read the train? Oh, the devil goes down to Georgia. Bad dudes, boys. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ridiculous. My new campaign slogan is MAGA ga 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 ga. It stands for Make America Glorious and Grateful and Gigantic and Gooey and Gruesome, and it will be perfect. Perfect. Nobody has done what I have done for this country. Nobody has done. Not even Abraham Lincoln freeing the slaves. Yeah. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And then he'd get up there and he'd do the dance with the pop and lock. Ba, 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 ba. And they go, and he'd play that one song, YMCA, and I'll say it's the YMCA. And then he'd pop, lock, and then he'd drop it. Anybody remember that? It's like the most fire dance you'd ever seen a 70-something-year-old man do. Pop, lock, and drop it. And he'd always he'd pretend like he was like driving something, and he'd hit it with the, oh man, absolute fire. Yeah, 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 yeah. I loved it. I mean, no 70-something-year-old that takes Sudafed that much has energy like him. It was the best. Dun, dun, dun. And you had Biden running around calling people fat. Listen here, fat. That was the funniest thing I'd ever heard in my life. Listen here, fat. And you're like, oh my God, somebody get him to bed. Well, I will say this, since we're not really like political, but one thing that I have always, yeah, he does the, like there is, oh, I'm sure, let me see. I'm sure I can get one. Gotta be careful, because like people take politics like way too serious, and like honestly I could really care less. Let me see. I don't care anything about politics. I don't care nobody. I just don't care about politics. But I do care about. I mean, come on, it's funny. It's a great dance. It's a great dance. It's funny. Everybody gets like, oh my God, get him off the screen. Okay. All right, dude. Calm down. Everybody sucks. You hear the music along with it? Could you hear the music along with it? Was it playing? No music. That's probably for the best. I probably got Strizza. Not that it matters over here at all.
Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did, and back in those days, to show how things have changed, one of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap. And so he was up on the board, wouldn't listen to me. I said, hey, Esther, you, off the board, or I'll come up and drag you off. Well, he came off, and he said, I'll meet you outside. My car, these were all public housing behind it. My car, there was a gate out here.
Randy.
I parked my car outside the gate. And he said, I'll be waiting for you. He was waiting for 3 guys in straight razors. Not a joke. Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
It's my favorite. It's one of the funniest things ever. And there's like a bunch of little kids like sitting around there just wanting to go swimming. And you got to listen to this old windbag. You're going to listen to a story from 1942 about a guy named Corn Pop. He was a bad dude. He said way more than that. That was literally like 40 seconds of one of the funniest, craziest speeches you ever heard in your life. Corn Pop was a bad dude. He ran with a bunch of bad boys. Bye, Lulu. Happy birthday to you.
Hey now.
On this episode of Prayer Gardens Unleashed, she transforms into a demon in front of your very eyes, but yet she hides behind an avatar of a church. Don't be scared. Tales from the Crypt will return right after these messages. Previously on Goosebumps, Prayer Garden attacks a thalidomide baby, an orphan. She tells it that it's not a victim. On this episode of As the Garden Turns, Prayer Garden mocks Sean Penn for helping black children during Hurricane Katrina. On this episode of In the Garden, Jesus runs for his life. He calls on angels to pull him from the garden. Every time you play that, I just hear Hillary Duff. Hey now. Celeste. I'll tell you what. I believe there is a God, and and if there is a God, I'm not sure that he would have hung on the cross for prayer gardens. On this episode of Garden's Prayer, in the midst of the laundry mess, where are the dental teeths that she seeks? On this episode of Garden's Prayer, we tell you all about the mark of the beast. On this episode of Would You Rather, we go between Prayer Garden Show and a root canal. You gotta have teeth to enter. I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear calling on my ear is that a prayer garden. And he walked with me and he talked with me. And he told me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, what other has ever known. I think by the sound of his voice, and the tweet, the birds are resounding, and the voice of the on my own, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. I mean, sorry. It's just the name of the song's In the Garden, so I thought, that would. I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the rose, and the voice I hear calling on my ear. No, I can't. I can't sing it for real. Yeah, that was for real. I don't want to sing it for real. Now I lay me down to sleep. I hope I don't swallow my teeth. On this episode of As the Garden Turns, where are her teeth? Why haven't they been found? I sound just like her. I have issues. As the Garden Turns. Previously on As the Garden Turns. Have you seen my teeth? What up, Kayla? Lilacs? Rhonda with a W. Rhonda with a W. Nightmare Laugh Theater. Whatever. I can't be possessed. There's just no way I could be possessed. I'm already probably possessed. Who knows? I come to the garden alone because nobody will listen to my crap. Nobody talks to me like that. Oh, Jesus, keep me near the cross. There, my precious fountain, till my rapture soul shall find rest beyond the river. Near the cross, be my fortress, till my soul shall find rest beyond the river. Hallelujah. Praise God. Love it. Oh boy, I was raised in a Southern Baptist church, y'all. That's where I first learned to play music, was in the Southern Baptist church. At Calvary was my jam because I got to go hammer on the drums. I was definitely in choir. I was the in church Sunday night, Wednesday, Thursday was youth group. It was a lot of church. What instrument do you play? Well, I haven't played the drums in probably quite some time, but pretty much any percussion instrument I play. Specifically the drums, the piano, all that crap. Now I just play the little, I play the microphone. I played a little bit of the clarinet. No, not the clarinet. My sister plays the clarinet. I played saxophone. Have you guys heard the story about the lady that dumped the beer in my trumpet? Because I played the trumpet too. That was fun. Flautist. We got a former drummer in the house. Well, we were just at this bar and I had my God, this was probably like 13 years ago. You definitely were wronged there. I have issues with the judgmental legalization of some Southern Baptists. I was a little kid, so I didn't really think about it like that. But I'm sure you're right. Anyway, I had my trumpet, so my friends were playing at a bar. It was called the Boiler Room. The Boiler Room. And it was on Broadway. Go figure. Boiler Room on Broadway, action. So I show up. I'm probably like, it's like I'm like 21. For some reason, I have my trumpet and a music stand and sheet music in the trunk of me car. So they're like, dude, an intermission. Like when we do our intermission, you should go up there and play the trumpet. And I was like, nobody wants to hear me play the trumpet. And they're like, dude, come on, man. It'll be funny. And I'm like, I don't want to play the trumpet for a bar full of people. I just don't want to do that. And they're like, come on, man, do it. So like a D-bag, I go out and I pop the trunk, ping. I have my trumpet. I have my music stand, and I have my sheet music. And the only sheet music that I have is When the Saints Go Marching In. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in, I want to be in a number. Oh, when the Saints go marching. Hit it one more time. Oh, when the Saints go Okay, so anyway, I'm like off to the side. They're getting ready to do their thing. They're getting ready to go on break. I'm warming up. Yeah, I wasn't very good at the time. I was just learning. And no joke. Okay, so I'm sitting there. And people were kind of like I was in the back playing and they were kind of like laughing. Like, there were some people like, pfft. And I could guarantee you, I felt the animosity in the room because nobody wanted me to go up there and play except my friends who thought it would be funny. And so, I'm always down for a laugh. Like, yeah, dude, I'll play the trumpet. I'll play When the Saints Go Marching In at intermission at the Boiler Room on Broadway at like 4:00 on a Tuesday. You're welcome. Do you have any idea what kind of a person frequents a bar on Tuesday in the afternoon of 4:00? Not very nice people and people that haven't really made the best decisions in the world. They may be a little angry. They may be a little bitter. They just don't like the trumpet. And yes, I was there on a Tuesday with a trumpet, getting ready to go up for my dumb friends. And this, we'll call her a lady because she was. She said, "Are you going to play that in here?" And I go, "Yeah." And she dumped her beer down my trumpet and on my sheet music and on my nightstand. So, yeah. It's what I get for hanging out at a bar on a Tuesday. Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah, she got kicked out, but she still poured beer down my trumpet. My trumpet got the name Bud Heavy because she poured a Bud Light down, and I forever could kind of get a hint of the Budweiser in there. Yeah, the bar guy paid for it to get cleaned, but beer's kind of a rough smell. The only time it wouldn't smell or taste like beer was when I had to put like that oil to oil the, and it would give me a good, like, I don't know, 2 hours of oil smell. And then the cerveza would reappear. Mucho cerveza. So basically what I did is I played the beer trumpet. I played the beer trumpet for years. Sucks. I was going to get discovered that night too. I think Rick Rubin was in the crowd. Bud Heavy, exactly. Just called Bud Heavy. I still have her somewhere. Whatever. You know? I was going to put on a show. Guess what? I still have Bud Heavy. Yeah. I'll always have Bud Heavy. To be honest with you, I swear to God, I was looking at have you ever seen a pocket trumpet? Yeah, I think there was huge musical talent or scouts in the, but I want to get a pocket trumpet. That way, if I ever show up at a bar on a Tuesday, getting ready to play When the Saints Go Marching In, I can kind of keep it hidden and I don't have to set it on the table for some psychotic human to pour beer down my trumpet. And I'm not going to get mad and relive those horrible details.
I could go into heavy detail.
Because it's not necessary.
And I will. And I will go into heavy detail.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah! Oh, God.
Damn!
Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Catch you later.
You're my sweet little angel eyes. I love my sweet little angel eyes. You've got your wings, I know your spirit flies. My heart's wide open and there's no disguise. I love my sweet little angel eyes. Got me dreaming of the days to come. My heart is beating like a big bass drum. You got me singing, open up the skies. You're my sweet little angel eyes. Oh, I can move on mountains with my own two hands. Cut through the rhythm like a true jazz band. I would swim that ocean to see your face. You fill my soul with amazing grace.
Dum baba doo 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 dum baba dum baba doo 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 doo
Love my sweet little angel eyes. You got your wings, I know your spirit